All right, guys, so let's talk a little bit about the total collapse and utter implosion of Donald Trump's 2024 campaign. I've described this before. You just heard me talk about it. But in 2016, to one extent or another, he had his finger on the pulse. He would say populist things every now and then. He, of course, mixed that with a hefty dose of bigotry and xenophobia. But there was enough there to take some millions, actually, 2 times Obama voters who flipped them to Trump. This is 2016. Then by the time 2020 rolled around, we had COVID. He really botched the response to that. And he became just a Fox News grandpa, I believe is the best way to describe Trump in 2020 with the campaign he ran. If you don't believe me, take a look at Trump's closing ad in 2020 and compare it to his closing ad in 2016. In 2016, he tried to embody language of taking on the establishment and the global elite and the corruption and all that. And then by 2020, he had some goofy video where he's like dancing on stage and it was part of his closing ad. Really incredible. And then, of course, like I said, he just sounded like Sean Hannity. That's what he sounded like in 2020. Well, now he's graduated beyond that to the 4chan message board, internet brain poisoned freak. And that's why you get a situation now where he's pushing a Nazi lie from a group called Blood Tribe about Haitians eating cats, and doubling down and tripling down and quadrupling down on that. Now, how did we get here? Well, look, this is what happens when you have a guy like Trump and he surrounds himself with absolute sycophants. People who are yes men, people who will take his worst impulses and give him positive feedback over that, right? There's nobody to steer the ship in the right direction if he starts going off the rails. So now when he goes off the rails, he goes further off the rails and he thinks like he's nailing it. So one of the things is he thinks, oh my God, look, I'm triggering the libs effectively. They're talking about me. This is controversial. Man, I should really double down and triple down and quadruple down on the lie of Haitians eating cats. I should really not condemn the bomb threats against schools and hospitals in Springfield, Ohio as a direct result of my lies. And who do you think is whispering these things in his ear? That he's doing great. Well, one person, it's been heavily reported recently, one person who's with Trump all the time, was with him right before the debate, for example, is Laura Loomer. For those of you who don't know, Laura Loomer is a far right-wing crank, and she's been a bit of a joke, even in the right-wing media ecosystem. She was never an A-tier, a top-tier commentator. She was never one of the main ones. She was sort of like an ancillary character who was, sort of slumming it with the worst of the worst, the Milo Yiannopoulos and the Nick Fuentes and, those types of people. And well, now look, the chickens are coming home to roost for snuggling up to somebody like Laura Loomer. So what is going on between Trump and Laura Loomer? Let's talk about it. So just to give you a little bit more background on who this woman is, here's something that she tweeted the other day. America is upset. We are losing our country and illegal aliens are raping and killing children and eating people's pets. And the only thing the White House wants to talk about is curry and collard greens. Is that how you say it? I need a translator. So you get it? Kamala Harris has one Indian parent and one black parent, and so curry and collard greens, get it? Indian, black, ha 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 ha. She says shit like this all the time. All the time. This is who Trump is taking advice from. All right, more. Here's some of what Laura Loomer said on her show.
Independent black woman, I don't need no man, and I'm gonna get Whitey, and I'm gonna lock Donald Trump up, just like Letitia James, right? And she goes, now you're gonna elect me, and I'm gonna lock him up. We're gonna get Trump, like the way they talk in their little DEI Shaniqua voices, and they all have the same voice. I'm talking about Kamala Harris, Letitia James, and Fani Willis, like meritless DEI Shaniquas talk the same way. It's very obnoxious the way that they talk.
Any black woman with any amount of power is a quote DEI Shaniqua, according to her. DEI Shaniqua. By the way, she is a rabidly pro-Israel, pro-genocide person. That's who Laura Loomer is. She famously tried to interrupt some committee hearing of Congress to protest her, what she claimed was either a shadow banning or an outright banning on Twitter. She tried to make that like a huge issue. She, of course, is known for this clip. This is when she was on Tim Pool's show. This was such an extreme moment that Tim Pool had to cut the feed because there would have been consequences on YouTube and wherever else he was streaming if he let this stand. So listen to what he says and then what her response is, because this is who this woman is. This is what she really believes. Here we go.
I'll put it this way. Should Democrats be in jail? No question. When Donald Trump gets elected, should he start locking them up? No question. Should there be lists of Democrats that need to go to jail? 100%. And the reason for that is they've committed crimes. We need to make sure that when Donald Trump wins, we've got an attorney general, a deputy attorney general, a head of the CIA and the FBI. Kash Patel would be fantastic. We can have attorney general. There's some names floating around. And then they can start having their investigators and the feds issuing subpoenas, pulling up evidence, and with real evidence, bring them to judges for warrants. Then these people can spend three years of their lives fighting tooth and nail for the crime against the government for crimes they committed, and we can prove. Yeah. And the reason why we put them on trial is that we can show the whole world we will uncover what you've done. We will make sure everyone accountable for it.
Not just jail. They should get the death penalty. You know, we actually used to have the punishment for treason in this country.
Democrats should get the death penalty. By the way, it's in the context of Democrats trying to uphold the proper results of the election and not let Trump commit a coup. And she's saying Democrats deserve the death penalty for treason. Not, hey, Trump tried to commit a coup. Trump tried to take away the votes of millions of Americans. He lost to Biden by 7 million votes. She's not talking about, hey, the fraudulent elector slate you did, that was wrong and that's illegal. And maybe that's treason. No, she's saying Democrats should be put to death for their treason of daring to try to uphold the proper results of the election. This is who this is. And this is who Trump is taking advice from now. This is who's helping steer his campaign. Look, I suppose we should all be thanking Laura Loomer because it's a direct result of her ideas and Trump believing her ideas and believing that she's smart. That's why we are where we are right now. That's why Kamala is surging and Trump is imploding. But the story gets a little deeper. I believe Midas Touch put together this video for us here. This is Trump and Laura Loomer and sort of their history together, the things Trump has said about her, the things she said about him. These are all the moments we have with them on camera. Take a look at this. I'm curious what you guys think. Here we go.
Really taken the country by storm. Very powerful person, very strong person, very courageous person, a warrior. Laura Loomer. Laura, where are you? Thank you, Laura. Great job you do.
We have a lot of great friends and a lot of great people. Laura, how are you? You look so beautiful, as always.
You look so beautiful, as always? Okay. All right.
That's a woman with courage. You don't want to be Loomered. If you're Loomered, you're in deep trouble. That's the end of your career, in a sense. Thanks, Laura.
She's actually...
That's my software. That says Trump 2024.
Thank you.
Thank you. We love you.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Trump! I love you! I love you, President Trump. Amazing speech, Kai. I loved it. I'll never give up on you. Amazing. You're amazing. I love you. Best president.
He blew her a kiss.
You're amazing. I love you. Best president ever.
He blew her a kiss as she's saying, I love you.
On you. Amazing. You're amazing. I love you. Best president ever.
Somebody who's extremely shy, but really talented, and she's going places. Laura Loomer. Where's Laura? Laura. Where is Laura? She doesn't like the sanctimonious. She doesn't like the sanctus.
Hey everybody, we're here at Bedminster. I'm with the greatest president ever, President Donald Trump, who is killing it right now. There's a new poll out, right? You're crushing it. You're up over 50 points. And it's a beautiful day here. Beautiful club. It's my first time here at Bedminster.
Well, it's great to have you, and you've been really very special. You work hard, and you are a very opinionated lady. I have to tell you that. And in my opinion, I like that.
Well, I appreciate that.
All of your support, and you've been terrific. And everybody appreciates you. So
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me to sit with you today. It's a pleasure. You're the best. I love you.
Okay. All right. I don't know what y'all want me to say, bro. I don't know what y'all want me to say, bro. But I think Bill Maher came out and said that he thinks they're boinking. And she is now threatening legal action against Bill Maher. Interesting. Interesting. I'm going to leave it up to you guys to talk that out in the comment section. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. I have thoughts. I have feelings. I have opinions. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it up to you guys to talk about it in the comment section. But here you have somebody who was sort of like a C or D list conservative celebrity. Certainly not A or B list conservative celebrity. Somebody who is very, very fringe, very, very extreme. She lost a congressional race She lost a congressional race. I think she even lost, I think it was in the primary. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Was it in the primary or was it in the general? Either way, you have, on paper, she's nobody. She's nothing, right? And then she gets plucked out of obscurity. Now is Trump's right-hand woman, or was for an extended period of time. I don't know if the other people around him are trying to crack down on that now. With him on the plane a bunch of times, with him right before the debate. He's clearly listening to her strategically. And then you also got these videos right here. So how did she snuggle up to power so quickly? How is it that her voice is being taken seriously? And as a final point, a little cherry on top for y'all, where the fuck is Melania? Where's Melania? I know that she doesn't really like Trump. I know they don't really get along. I know she doesn't like to go to his speeches or even any of the debates, or she was at the RNC, but that's the last time I saw her. I think she's in a different state than Trump. Remember that reporting that came out a while ago that said they openly sleep in different beds? Trump admitted that him and Melania sleep in different beds. I don't know, man. I don't know. But again, everybody should be sending thank you cards to Laura Loomer because she is almost single-handedly leading to the absolute implosion of the Trump campaign at the moment. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.